Howdy, IB Math. This is Ms. Kosh. There was a question on, I think this came from section 7A, number 9. The question is here, it's dealing with sets and subsets. Okay, so we have the set, that has one element, and that element is A. And so they're saying, okay, what are the subsets? Well, there is, the subsets would be the null set, and then the actual set. Okay, so there was one element in the original set, and then that gave us two subsets. Notice they're not saying proper subsets, okay? The only proper subset on this one would be the null set. So keep in mind, a set is its own subset, if that makes sense. Okay, so then we have the set that includes elements A and B. And so it's subsets, you could choose none of the elements. You could choose one, and then you could choose the A element. You could choose the one element and choose the other one, or you could have the set itself, which is A, B. Okay, so two elements. I'm not going to write out the word element. I'm going to mess up apparently. Okay, sorry. 2 is giving us it's not that 2 is equal to whatever, but 2 elements is giving us 4 subsets. So now let's look at 3. So if I have A, B, and C in my original initial, I put those words together. I don't know. It's Friday afternoon. I'm ready to go home. Okay, I have the null set. I have, how many sets do I have that have one element? Well, I can have the set that has the element A. I can have the set that has the element B. I can have the set that has the element C. And now I can also choose 2 elements. Okay, so I could take A and B, or I could take A and C, or, okay, I would argue that the set that has A and B is the same as the set that has B and A. So I don't need to write those differently. Or I could have the set BC. Okay, other than that, I could say CA, but I've already got that written down as AC. So I had 3 ways that there's 3 ways I could choose 1, there's 3 ways that I could choose 2, and then I can also choose the set, I could choose all 3 elements. I have the set ABC. So I've got 1, 2, 3, well, I've got 1, I'm going to highlight, I've got 1 of 1, I've got 3 with 1, okay, I lied to you. My bad. Let me try that again. I have 1 subset that has no elements. I have 3 subsets that have 1 element each. I have 3 subsets that have 2 elements each, and I have 1 subset that's got all 3 elements. So what we have here is 3 elements gives me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, well, 3, 6, 7, 8. 8 subsets. Okay, so now let's move into, and I'm going to try it. I wasn't as organized on that one, and I realized it later. So here we go. We now have the set A, B, C, D. So if I want to make subsets, I know I have a subset that has no elements. That's the null set. I have subsets that have just 1 element. So I could have A, I could have B, I could have C, or I could have D. That's a funny looking bracket. Now I can choose 2 elements, okay? So I can have A and B, I could have A and C, I could have A and D. I have not considered B, that does look funny. B and C, the more brackets I draw, the sillier they look. And then I could have B and C, I could have B and D, or I could have C and D. Is that it? I went AB, AC, AD, BC, BD, and then CD. Okay, so there's 1, this one, there's 4 that have 1 element, then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 right here. Okay, we're not finished. And now we want to choose, I could do A, B, and C, a set that has 3 elements. That's a subset. Notice I left out D. Now I'm going to kind of go backwards. I'm going to leave out D, then I'm going to leave out C, then I'm going to leave out B, then I'm going to leave out A, if that makes sense. So I could do A, B, and D. I could have set A, C, D, or I could have the set B, C, A. Basically, you'll notice in all of those sets, well, I've left out one element in each one. So right here, now I have 4 sets that have 3 elements. And then if I want a set that has just one, or excuse me, if I want a set that has all 4, there's just one way to do that, and that's to have a set that has A, B, C, and D. Okay, so what I have now is I've got 16. So when I have 4, notice that gives me 16 possible subsets. So when I look at this, I'm noticing, here's what I see right here, 2, 4, 8, 16. I'm noticing that those are all powers of 2. Okay, so this is 2 to the first, 2 to the second, 2 to the, oh, look at that, everybody. This, we just said, was 2 to the first. This was 2 to the second. This was 2 to the third. This was 2 to the fourth. Notice, I don't know why my tone, sorry, that's weird. I'm excited, yay. Oh, okay, notice that this value here matches this value here. So 2 and 2 and 3 and 3 and 4 and 4. Okay, so the final thing says, copy and complete. If a set has n elements, then it has 2 to the n subsets. Yay! Okay, hopefully that made sense. Let me know if you have more questions. Good luck to you.